So now we're back to the infamous comic book where Superman wields Thor's hammer. Or did he? I'm gonna start off by saying, yes, this comic book is actually canon. And moving forward, all comic books that happen in the DC universe or in the Marvel universe by DC Comics is always gonna be canon. We can get into that another time. There's many ways to prove it besides DC Comics actually stating this. So to cap that up real quick, if it happens in the DC universe, it's canon. If it happens in the Marvel universe and the comic book is created by DC, it is canon. Do you understand me now, man? Second off, if you're not following DC the God, make sure you do that now, please. You can pause the video, follow him, or follow him at the end of the video. It doesn't really matter as long as you do it. He's a great comic book content creator, okay? So did Superman actually lift the hammer? He had it in his hand, he was holding it up, but it was thrown to him by Thor. And before we get into that even further, let's just read what it says. But basically over here, it's showing Superman confused because he held the hammer before, and now he couldn't even lift it off the ground. As seen down here right below, see? And down here, this pretty much explains perfectly why Superman was able to hold the hammer. And now with my best Thor impersonation. My father is stern, Superman, but not stupid. A very few worthies have been allowed to overcome the spell in desperate hours. But I know this, perhaps it was briefly, but was in good hands. I don't know if I sounded like Thor, but I tried. But basically, this is saying, even if you aren't worthy of actually getting the powers of Thor, in desperate times, the hammer will be allowed to be in your possession just to do for the greater good for the moment. Was that confusing, or did you understand it? Because I kind of thought it was confusing, but I'm sure it's understandable. One of my pet peeves is this line down here being crooked. So all those who keep saying my mom or just disrespect me in every way, shape, form, or fashion, trust me, none of that really bothers me. But if you just say, hey, your line's crooked, that'll bother me a lot more. But anyways, look at Superman. Did it. Witnessing the last hurdle, Thor cries out for the Man of Steel. Attention! I'm sending Mjolnir flying straight towards him. And this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Superman holding the shield and the hammer at the same time. But according to this, the enchantment did not grant Superman the power of Thor. All it did was allow Superman to be the being that influenced the path in a desperate time. And since that was the scenario given and the position Superman was put in, he was deemed worthy for the situation at hand. Whoever can lift the hammer is worthy. And I think they put this in here for a reason, so people could know that it was situational and Superman is not really worthy of lifting the hammer. If he did not have Thor there to help him, it would never have happened. So if you agree or don't agree with this, let me know what you think down in the comments section, and make sure you follow DC the God.